Hey guys, so since it's Sunday, I'm going to be making another soup. Today it is a Polish cabbage soup, but it's actually made with sauerkraut, not like a fresh cabbage. It's called Kapuśniak. It's delicious. It has some kielbasa in it and some smoked bacon. It's perfect for a nice fall day. I'm also going to make some potato pancakes on the side so we can dip it into the soup. Just something nice and crispy. Not too healthy, but super delicious. All right, let's go over the ingredients that you need for the soup. Because this is another Polish soup, basically all Polish soups have the same base for the stock. So you need a carrot, parsley root and celery root, and an onion. And then because this is a cabbage sauerkraut soup, we need some sauerkraut. So we need a whole jar like this. Then we also need some smoked bacon for the broth. And then in the soup, we're gonna have some smoked kielbasa as well. For the seasonings, we have salt, pepper, and bay leaf. Olive oil is for sauteing everything. Butter and flour, we're going to add a little bit just to thicken it up at the end. So here's the pot with the water, bacon, leek, celery root, parsley root, carrot, and bay leaf. I'm gonna cover that up. So the broth is cooking now. Now we're going to take care of the sauerkraut. I like to get this one in the jar. What you have to do now is drain it. So I have a bowl and a strainer. And I'm just going to put the sauerkraut straight into the strainer. But we want to save the juice, because if later on the soup is not flavorful enough or it's not sour enough, we can use this juice from the sauerkraut, add it to the soup and make it more flavorful. And what I like to do is run this under hot water, get rid of the sticker, and then I reuse these jars. I make my mint teas in here, I'll make a smoothie and bring it to work in these jars. They're awesome. You can reuse them, don't get rid of them. So you want to chop up your onion and the kielbasa, and then we're going to add that to a frying pan and fry up the onion first, and then once it's translucent, add the kielbasa after. I also took the sauerkraut and I chopped it up. I have the juice in the bowl reserved for once the soup is done. The 30 minutes is up. We're gonna fish everything out. We're gonna reserve the carrot and the bacon so we can cut it up and put it back into the soup. So now I'm going to add the potatoes to the soup and also the onion and the kielbasa into the soup. I'm also going to cut up the carrot and the bacon and put it back in the soup and let this boil for 10 minutes. This has been boiling for 10 minutes. Now we're going to add the sauerkraut. And then this is going to boil for another 10 minutes. While that is boiling, I'm going to melt the butter and cook the flour. And then we're going to add that to the soup. At that point, that's when you taste it to see if it needs some more saltiness. If it does, we can add some of that sauerkraut juice. We can put some pepper in, maybe a little bit of salt, depending on your taste. When the butter and the flour is bubbling like that, that's when we're going to add it to the soup. And then continue cooking the soup until the 10 minutes is up. I tasted the soup, it's great. I just added a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's it, it's ready to go. For the potato pancakes, you need 2 potatoes, half of an onion, 1 egg, and 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm gonna put the potatoes and the onion in the food processor, mix that up. Once it's nicely combined, I'm going to add the flour and the egg, just mix it up with a spoon, and then we can fry them up. So I have the potato and onion mixture here. I'm just going to add the flour and the egg. And I'm going to season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. And just mix that up. And I'm gonna warm up the oil in the pan right now. The oil is hot. I'm using a 1/4 cup for each pancake, and then smash it with the other side. It's about 2 minutes on each side, but you don't want to crowd the pan, so I do about 3 on one at once. You want them nice and golden.